Come on then, dear. You alright? Are we touching the door again? Yeah? Yeah, we'll touch the door again. Just... All right. You okay? You want to hold my hand? You alright? I have offered her my arm, but she declined it. There we go. That's good. Hey everybody, it's Saturday night. What miserable, miserable weather we're having. I'm in bed at the moment. Well, I'm on the bed. And it's absolutely tipping it down outside. Absolutely no chance of flying my drone this weekend. Well, not today at least anyway. 1 minute you ask Amazon Echo, is it going to rain? She says, no rain is expected. An hour later, is it going to rain? It's raining right now. I just, it's not very reliable really as a service, is it? You'll have seen Liz doing some walking earlier. I tried very hard not to get any of the members of the hospital staff in, but probably going to have to blur someone out. So yeah, no drone flying today. I was going to go to Beacon Hill, where I took the best photo I've ever taken like years ago. Here's a story for you then, right? Okay. Reminder to self, I'm going to put this photo in the video. I went to Beacon Hill and I took this picture of, it's the place where they filmed Downton Abbey, right? Well, they used to film Downton Abbey. And at the time, I was a member of the Basingstoke Photography Club. But these people were mad. Everything was a competition with them. Like, everything was a competition. And like, you weren't allowed to enter the same photo for more than one competition. But one guy had seemingly taken an apparently infinite number of photos of a butterfly coming out of a chrysalis in dawn light, and he would just enter a different one of that sequence in every single competition. So basically, he would just like win all these prizes with it, what was essentially the same photo, but because it was technically a different photo. Anyway, I entered this photo of Highclere Castle, I want to say. Anyway, I entered this photo, and that photo that you're seeing is straight out of the camera, right? And it's taken from Beacon Hill, a couple of miles away. And we got to my photo, and the guy said, it was anonymous, right? The entries were anonymous, and the judge, who was from another photography club, complained that there were trees in the way of the building. Let's just let that sink in for a minute. This building's been there for hundreds of years, and it's owned by a member of the nobility, aristocracy. What am I supposed to do? Ring him up and say, hey, I'm 2 miles away taking a photo. Would you mind removing those 1,000-year-old oak trees that are blocking the view of your bit? Unbelievable. I lost points. Best photo I've ever taken, and I lost points because he said there were trees in the way. The trees are fucking there. It's a photo of something that exists. This is the same judge. Somebody had put a picture of a fjord, and the fjord was like this, and the rays of light were blasting through the fjord. Beautiful picture. And the judge said, oh, it's a bit boring in the middle. Why don't you try photoshopping a little boat there in the future? I mean, I can do Photoshop, right? But I like getting stuff straight out of the camera. That's part of the challenge for me, you know? So anyway, I never went back to that photo club, which probably really annoyed the guy I used to give a lift home to, but I kind of had a bit of a strop. Anyway, you'd have seen Liz walking earlier. I mentioned that. Later on, she tried to go into a stairwell and climb a step, but she couldn't do it. So she's still not very good at getting up steps. So, yeah, but the weather today, far too windy, keeps raining, absolutely hammering it down outside right now. Yeah, so... And there's another thing as well. I stayed up. So bearing in mind, I'm going to be talking about Doctor Who now. And if you haven't seen The Legend of Ruby Sunday, there's going to be spoilers here. You've probably seen it by now if you're remotely interested in Doctor Who. But I'm telling you this now. So I stayed up till midnight to watch Doctor Who last night. Because I could see the way this was going in terms of spoilers, right? And I'm lucky I did because... So here's the spoiler. Sutekh the Destroyer is back in Doctor Who after nearly 50 years, right? And there's people on Facebook not doing outright spoilers saying, oh my God, it's Sutekh the Destroyer, although there are those people as well. But a number of images of Sutekh and pictures from Pyramids of Mars from 1975, astonishing. And, you know, I mean... It's not fair on the people who haven't seen it yet, right? Why would suddenly this raft of people be posting pictures of Sutekh if it didn't have something to do with the big reveal of the big bad this year? And I just think that's out of order, personally. Yeah, I just think it's disappointing. What does annoy me, and I know there's Disney money involved, is... Doctor Who is, and always has been, a British TV show made by the BBC. And yet, because we've now got international worldwide release, it's being shown at midnight, 18 hours before it gets shown on BBC One. That's not right. That's not right. The British, we should have the premiere. I know there's Disney money there, but I don't think that's very fair, if I'm honest with you. But this is what happens now, is that now people see it and they immediately feel the need to spoil it by changing their profile pictures on Facebook or whatever to Sutekh the Destroyer. And so many people are doing it. You're like, oh, well, obviously Sutekh's the big bad this time round. So yeah, frustrating, spoilerific to say the least. Anyway, I have spent the evening watching the first 3 episodes of Baby Reindeer. It's very interesting. I might edit this video and finish watching it tonight. I might not. Tomorrow I am going to the hospital early to see Liz at 12 because I've been invited for dinner at 2 o'clock at my mother-in-law's house, and tomorrow is Father's Day. See what happens in Father's Day. This year is the 50th anniversary of my father dying in 1974 in August. I've got to find the scan of the newspaper thingy. I just thought I'd mention that. So I don't really celebrate Father's Day, to be honest with you, because my first stepfather was a psychopath, and my second stepfather just wasn't interested. He was all right, just wasn't interested. So never once came round to my house. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to go off now, but I think I might have a very special episode coming up now of What Can Andrew Be Blamed For today. Let's go and do that now, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks. Bye. So today we're going to take a little bit of a break from international world affairs, and basically what Andrew can be blamed for today is my friend Helen's frozen shoulder, which is obviously my fault. It happened this week. I've really got no excuse. I wasn't there to stop her shoulder being frozen. In fact, I'm going to confess all now. It was me that froze her shoulder with my patented freeze gun. I am the one that caused her lots of pain. I am the one that caused her arm to be in a sling. I am the one that caused her to be off work. I'm not sorry. I'm going to say it now. If I was sorry, I wouldn't have done it. So there. So you can blame me all you like for Helen's frozen shoulder. I did do it. I'm not sorry. And bugger the lot of you.
If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.